So what's a real man, you ask? I think that's a phenomenal question because we're all trying to find one. A real man, I think, in my opinion.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
All right, fellas, buckle up. We are about to get some knowledge here, okay? So open up your brains for a moment. We're going to learn what a man is by, not a man. This is not a man. This is a woman in her early 60s. So we're going to see what her definition of a man is. Let's find out.
Takes responsibility for himself and his life and his well-being and his happiness. A real man keeps his word. He's honest. He's not around. He's not playing games. If he says he's going to be there and makes up a date or a plan, he keeps his word.
So, okay, let me get this straight. So, real men take responsibility. They don't mess around. They know what they want, and they keep their word. So, why are you the all-knowing official on what real men are? Obviously, you don't know what a real man is. You've had 60 years to choose one, and you haven't chosen one yet. I mean, geez Louise, lady, 40 years ago, you could have had any man out there. 40 years ago, you could pick any man. Now look at you. So I don't think you know what a man is. I don't think you know anything, honestly.
A real man takes care of himself. He works on himself. He has access to his feelings. He can share an emotion at some point. I'm not saying he needs to be overly emotional, but he has access to it. Like, he's done inner work on himself. He can talk about his childhood.
Oh, fuck.
So make sure you do all these things for her at the exact moment you want them done for her, and you do all this at her command, you know, because that's what a real man is. A real man is a man that does everything his woman wants him to do at that particular time. What are you talking about, lady? You are extremely delusional. And yes, fellas, we're going to go through some of these. This is a two-parter here. This turd got cut in two different ways. So we're going to watch this one and then watch the next one. And then I'm going to give my analysis of the situation. You know, someone that has a working brain.
Build a fire. He physically takes care of his well-being, like goes to the gym and like wants to always be his best. And he embodies the masculine principles of providing and protecting without like questioning it. He's not trying to be a martyr or a victim because he has to do that. He just naturally does it.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Provide and protect. Don't question. No questions. Men do not ask questions. They only provide and protect. If a question needs to be asked, the women are the ones asking the questions, and no answers will be given.
Dumb.
Lady, so that's what you're looking for then. She said in the beginning she's looking for a real man because all women are looking for real men. Why do you deserve any of those things is my question. Those are all really good qualities though, by the way. You know, he takes care of himself. He goes to the gym. You know, he gets 6'5". This is basically what she's saying. Oh yeah, he works out, but he's only 5'10", so he's not a real man to her, right? Is this where you're going with this sort of talking here? I honestly believe, just like she said in the video, that men do need to work on themselves at all times. You should always be trying to better your life, better your situation in any case. If you're not doing that, then you're just wasting your time. That's what I truly believe. If you're going to sit around all day and eat Doritos and play Call of Duty, then you're wasting your life. Now, are Doritos and Call of Duty good? Yeah, sure, absolutely. And maybe you can do that once a month or something, but just to do it all the time, you're wasting your life.
What makes a real man, part 2. So in addition to all the other things I listed in my other post, a real man provides safety, he provides structure, and he provides containment for his woman. And if you are a man listening to this and you think this is too demanding of a list, I encourage you to look down and check your balls and see if you really are a man.
What the fuck is going on here?
See, women say stuff like this, and here's the funniest part is that there was probably a man in her life that tried to have her submit to him and tried to set her straight, and she just would not listen to him. You see what I'm saying? She would still go with her girlfriends and go do single woman stuff that women shouldn't be doing when they are with a quote unquote real man, like she's saying. But here's the thing, a lot of women do not want to put themselves in that position. She wants a man that has structure and that has containment, and yet she's never wanted to be contained her entire life. She's never wanted anything structured. Women do not like structure. They like chaos. They like spontaneity until they hit 65, and then they want structure. They want containment. They want to be provided for. Of course, you want to be provided for. You're you're basically you're nothing. You offer nothing to a man at this point. But your standards are through the roof. So you want to know what a real man is, lady? Let me tell you what a real man is. A real man is a man that is never, ever, ever going to lower his standards to even spend a second with you. Okay? You will never see a real man or interact with a real man for the rest of your life.
You can't even be mad at these men for like being mad about body count. Like, if all women are whores but you're still not getting any, yeah, I would probably feel some type of way too. If someone was giving something I wanted away to literally everyone else but me, I would probably feel some type of way too.
A, she was a hooah. B, she was a hooah.
Lady, okay, this is a, I don't usually talk about this because honestly, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't. The discussion itself doesn't matter, but the idea matters, if that makes sense. Talking about it doesn't matter because women are not very intelligent on this situation. Because you tell them this, you say, okay, let's say you meet a woman that's only had nighttime visits with 300 men. Okay, because that's going to be probably the average out there in the dating world. I'm assuming these men don't hate you because of it. There's no hate in this situation. Women use words like hate. There's no hate. But when a man hears that, it's disgust is what it is. It's more of a disgust. Now, you probably don't care about men being disgusted with you, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to care about it. But the men care. And the man you're going to be looking for, whatever type of man that is going to have certain standards that you might not be able to reach. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's life. It's not good or bad. It's just life.
I have a question. So I'm going to a pickleball singles event with my friend Kim. Hi. And we're both single and we're both in our 40s, and there's 90 people signed up for this event, so men and women. What are the odds, do you think, I'm going to meet my husband at this event? And what are the odds that we're both gonna meet our husbands at this event?
Oh, we got a retard alert. Uh-oh, retard alert. Watch out.
Who's going to tell them? Do they know what they're even doing right now? Lady, this isn't when they say pickleball singles, it means just singles, which is different than like doubles. So you're just playing pickleball. But what's funny is they're going to a pickleball singles, but she brought a team. She brought another 40-year-old woman. This is what these women are doing. They're invading sports now. Ladies, stop it, please. Just leave the men alone, okay? These men are there to play pickleball. They're not there to have their pickles played with by women that have graveyard teeth. Okay, stop it. Go home, please.
This is an unpopular opinion, but man-hating content is the death of our dating culture. And I'm not saying that to be a pick-me, but I watch a lot of stuff. And you have to consider the source, like the women that are trying.
I don't know. I kind of don't mind it. I don't mind it. If these women want to record themselves kind of being mean and hateful towards men, I mean, I really don't care. Let me know in the comments if you guys care. It really doesn't bother me. A lot of it actually entertains me. And I think that if we cut out all of it, then those good videos won't be able to kind of scurry through, It's kind of one of those things where you can ban all of it, but then the good parts of it that you liked, because there's good and bad in everything, right? The good won't be able to, now the good's gone too, because you have to take out it all. So I say leave the man-hating content because it's entertaining. Some of it is anyways.
To play the men's games are really, for lack of better words, they are performing in their masculine energy. Like, there's this girl on here, I find her very entertaining, but she moves like a man. She moves and acts like a man in her relationships. And while she might have the upper hand, and while she might be dominating these men, do you want to be a man? She wants to be a man. Yeah, she wants to be a man. You solved the riddle. You've cracked the code of this particular woman. There are women out there that want to be men. It's kind of weird. It's kind of crazy. I wouldn't recommend it. You want to be masculine, and I understand that there is a problem with masculine men nowadays, but becoming a masculine woman is not going to help or fix that problem. And one of my goals in life, and really in general, something that aggravates me that women say a lot that I just cannot understand. I can't wrap my head around it because it makes me really question what
women actually think sometimes, but they'll say something like, if a man has to be masculine enough to put her in her feminine energy. Can you imagine thinking that way? It's like, no, I rely on someone else to make me act a certain way. How does that work? Can you imagine thinking like that?
Is to hold tight to what makes me me, which is my feminine energy. Now, there are men that will bring out your more dominant masculine side, and you should probably stay away from that.
The dominant masculine side, a lot of times when these women talk about that, it's just that they had to pay for coffee that one time, and they had to pick up the check when they went to Raising Cane's, and she had to buy the big box, and she was like, oh, I had to pay $15. Oh, they're mad. Like, that's the masculine they're talking about. Like, you know what? No, it's okay for you to pick up the bill. That doesn't mean it's masculine. That just means that it's equality, right? That's feminism. That comes with it. Feminism. Woohoo. You voted for this, right?
But to then in turn be like, you know what? Screw men. I am going to turn into an alpha. I am going to turn into
Women can't be alphas. Women can never be an alpha. Out in the wild, if a woman can't be an alpha, there's always going to be just some normal average guy that'll put her in her place, honestly. Like, the guy doesn't even have to be out. He can just be like a random chud. He can put her in her place. No problem.
Masculine, so that these guys don't dog me out. That still doesn't solve the problem. Should you be cautious? Yes. Should you protect your heart? Yes. Should you be aware of certain dynamics that make you masculine and not feminine energy? Yes. But please beware when you're following this advice of like all.
Or, I mean, we can just boil this all down to a very simple, because this is what I like to do. I like to take these complex 5-minute videos that these women ramble on about because they just talk about stuff that does not matter. And I like to boil it down into a very condensed message, okay? And the message, if you cannot take this video and condense it down into 3 or 4 words, then you're wasting your time, okay? Here's my words. Don't listen to women. Do you know why? Because they don't even listen. They don't even listen to themselves. If you hear them talk, don't ever listen to a woman, ever. With advice, with directions, with life in general. Just like, I mean, look at what's going on. They have no idea what they're doing. They're completely lost. If you want to basically dig a grave for your future and your life, take advice from a woman and then just cover yourself in dirt because it's done. You're over.